Hey, Andreas, lovely to see you in Berlin. So you're at the site. I've never been to Schneider's Laden. It's probably the most famous synthesizer store in Europe, if not the world, based in Berlin.
I was told about, yeah.
Yeah, you were told about it. So the reason we're talking to you, we've done a series called Drop Into, and this sort of seemed like a good opportunity because you're kind of changing things up, having a big refit and a relaunch and everything. So how's it going?
It's going slow, not slow, it's going very fast, but we're late. The biggest things are always happening in the very last second. It's how we would say it's mit heißer Nadel gestrickt. So there's still an electrician in the room wiring some cables, and I just picked up the Neumann speakers that should be hanging on these walls here. And we're still busy with the lamps. The signs you see behind me saying Rundfunk and Fernsehen
Ah,
was
yeah.
signs from the earlier shop. This was a musical instrument shop since 1919 already, and
Oh,
I took it over. So I found guitars and strings for violins and wet stuff in the garage, and now we're slowly setting it up. This is what we call Laden 2, and on Thursday we will open the doors for the very first time on behalf of Stromkult. That's our blog that we would like to reintroduce as a good media point to let people understand what's going on with electronic musical instruments. And the Stromkult release event will happen here in just 2 days. And you see, we're still
okay.
busy with a lot of stuff here. I can show you around a bit. And
Yeah.
so we have nice, there's not even a door in the bathroom, but I'm sure we will get it done. Worst case, you will get it done without a door. And the electrician of our trust is still winding up cables.
Wow. So
And
all hands on deck. It's all systems go.
yes, but we will get it done. I'm very sure we did get done the Superbooth in weirdest situation, as you most probably know.
I know. Well, I know you can do it because I remember when we went to the first show at the Funk House, me and Ed arrived on the
Yeah.
Wednesday and we were like, "Oh, this looks a bit touch and go, and then suddenly it all came together in a beautiful thing. So
Yeah.
I have no doubt.
Yeah. Yes. And the big goal is to have all the Schneiders Laden things at one place because we've been sitting in 5 different places at the Cottbusser Tour in Kreuzberg. And that was a mess because mostly you meet your employees on the street when they walk from here to there. And that's what I wanted to end up finally before I get retired. And I'm still busy with that. So currently we have one shop and working on the other shop next door. So we're next to each other here. And I would like
Yeah,
to take you into the shop and show you around a bit. Is that good?
that sounds great.
This is the room where we get the stuff in from countries all over the world. So we're just making electronic musical instrument. You see Solar 42 here, and a lot of stuff that is coming in. And one room, in the next room, we're sending the stuff out. We have already collected a few cartons, and if in the evening, this is Thomas shipping the stuff,
Hello.
and the other guys are packing it up. And after they collected it from our different stock rooms, it's all small rooms, but we're using them as effective as we can. So it's going quite high here, but we're
Yeah.
getting it done.
So this is actually in operation while you're doing the refit. Gosh, that sounds like a lot
Exactly.
of work.
Yeah, sure.
Wow.
We're working here all the time and packing things up. And every day we ship out goods. And from here we have the cables and everything. So there's no more other music shop that is still existing in Berlin where you can buy a normal guitar cable. So we expanded a
Wow.
bit on this to be ready for this. This is in music store they would call this tele sales. People are sitting on the
Yes.
phone answering. This is our tele
Telesales.
sales department right behind the Theaterkasse.
Nice.
And this is the real sales and real clients who are popping in, checking things out, asking questions. Worst case, they ask for guitar strings or for drum things. But
So this is what I recognise from previous pictures. So this is still the same showroom
yes,
that you had
this is
always had,
the
right?
main showroom, and this is a client that I didn't ask if it's okay if I film him, but he's just busy. It's fine. So here's our visual installation where you see some movies going on the screen, and later on we will have some pictures from the other room. And this is the look to the street. So we're now, for the very first time for 25 years, on the street level, where you look out into the real world, seeing people
Right.
passing by who are not coming here for synthesizers. If you're okay, I would like to go out and show you my violin key on the
Yes,
facade.
please do. Please do.
Okay. So over here, this is the center of Neukölln. That's the area that you see the very most in the news, because I was told that this is a criminal area. It is not. I know all my neighbors. You can see I go into the middle of a crossroad and nothing happens to me. They don't even kill me with driving too fast. And yes, I wanted to show you this. You see the
So
sign at the facade. Tomorrow
yeah,
they will tear down in German we call it Gerüst,
right. The
because
scaffolding's coming
the
down.
owner now renovated the roof, and so we will very soon be able to let you have
So I'll be able to see all the signs in their
yes, you see
glory.
the whole thing. It's
Yeah.
not the whole lights. We have a little screen here where we window where we exhibited the earlier pictures of the building. It was called Musikbading, and the Funkelende used to be Telefunken, and the SB like Superbooth or Schneiders Büro used to
Yeah.
be Saba, and there is a gramophone that I'm still busy with, and there's a few more signs that I will sooner or later add to the facade again.
So this is the history of the because so this has been a music store for nearly 100 years, right?
Yes, for since 1919 it was a music
Wow.
store, and the owner founded it after he came back from World War I.
Wow.
And to the big surprise of his father, he was still complete, having all two legs and all two arms. And then
Wow.
his father offered him to do with the shop whatever he likes. And so he said, I don't want to have your pub, I want to have a piano shop. And then the father took all the money between 1919 and 1924 and did change the whole thing, did lower the ground floor. That's what you see over here. If you see this door,
Yeah. Oh,
he
I
lowered
see.
the
So yeah,
ground floor
yes. Right.
in two buildings to let his son set up a piano shop and install pianos on the whole ground
Oh,
floor.
that's
And then he
beautiful.
also lowered the basement where we go now. And then in the 50s and 60s, he had 25 employees in this building selling guitars and everything. And he collected a bunch of good friends saying thank you from the opera world, because originally, before he went to the World War I, he wanted to become an opera singer. And
Wow.
all these cards that he gave, that he collected from all the pros and VIP clients of those years, are hanging down here. I
Oh,
get you into
beautiful.
our showroom. So
Yes.
we're having this stairs from the first room where we have all the products, including the Rhodes and Arturia and Dopfer and stuff. We're going down these stairs, and over here um, we're having first of all
There's some.
products, but we're also having collected all these pictures of the earlier opera singers and stars,
Oh, lovely.
making it something like a gallery. I
So
don't
there's
know if you can
opera and
see this.
Soma together.
Yes, opera. Yeah, sure. But why not? It is a big culture of having these people from, and they all include Herrn Erich Bading, herzlichst gewidmet, Erich Witt. It's something like autogram cards. Thank you, Mr. Barding, signs from
Oh wow!
the 30s and
So
the
some of
40s.
those people, some of those artists would have been recording with Deutsche Grammophon, because Deutsche
Yeah, yeah,
Grammophon have
sure.
got some
Yeah,
beautiful recordings from the 50s of like the Magic Flute. My mother-in-law and father-in-law have a collection of original Deutsche Grammophon Magic Flute, and I've digitized it, and so some of those people might have actually been singing in them. That's amazing.
yeah, most probably. And so we're connecting it now with the synthesizers of nowadays, and perhaps one day we will add some new autogram cards of nowadays, users of electronic musical instruments, clients of Musikbading. I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
see.
nice.
So as you see, this is the second stage. There's also a desk where normally one of us is sitting, giving you an introduction or giving you a hand with the synthesizer if you want to compare this and that. And there's a door here going even deeper. And there's a long lane with even more of these pictures from the opera stars of the past.
Ah, so
And
how many people will be working? How many people will be working in the store when you open? What? How many staff do you have to
currently
in the
we have
front of
30
house?
people working for Schneiders Laden. 30.
Wow.
Yeah. I also say that every morning. I wake up and I say, wow. I just take you around a bit. So this is the modular room where we collected all modulars that are on demo, and they are assorted a bit. Here's the distortion things from Animal Factory, some rack with just Swayman. You most probably know it better, this CV controlled desk from Modmix, Cascadia, Mix Systems,
Yeah.
Vermona stuff. Just drum modules collected into one a bigger rack next to the other rack with just Buchla associated um, modules, and on the other side even more mix of random source, mixed systems, cables, speakers of any kind. This was the Musikbading Orgel Studio. And then we go one room
I
further.
love that
There's
you've
a
got the original sign still there. That's great.
Yes, and this is a few more keyboards, no modulars, another Soma thing, the new Osmose giving some noise, and a few more opera singers
Yeah.
here and there, an old Moog sign, and another room with even more modulars connected to the VLK filter bank. The future retro thing, even more modulars, Oberheim, and the Stefan Schmidt keyboard here. And this is our current
Oh, lovely.
demo in Schneider's Laden downstairs, where people go down to play around on the stuff as long as they want. And then they come up and give us their questions or order something, or they go home and they are invited to give us some emails, or they get some advice, and then they come back later on with an order.
So you're really going for the hands-on. I mean, music stores with hands-on has been so rare. I mean, it's beautiful that you're able to do.
Yeah,
It's a very traditional music store from that point of view. Although,
yeah,
obviously, with you involved, it's non-traditional.
right. But the problem is that this is not paid anymore, and it's also a luxury that I give myself, because originally we're surviving not with gallery point. I always say my hobby is being a gallerist. I exhibit musical instruments, and
Right.
that's what I do. But I'm financed by the trade and the online shop, where I have to compete with other online shops like Thomann.
Yes, of
Thomann and
course. Yeah.
Music Store have much more power organizing their online shop and the things getting the things going.
Yes, I
And
understand.
I just took you up to an empty to a silent room where I can give you a little bit more personal.
Excellent. So it's like I mean, but you've got I mean, so all of the mail order comes through the shop as well. So you're shipping your online stuff from here as well, right?
Yes, exactly. And
Ah, okay.
our shop is currently a bit slow. You know, the software industry is asking you for another uh, 20, 50, 100,000 euro every 5 years because
Mm,
your shop is out of service, not safe enough, not good enough.
yeah.
And then you need a new one. And that's just currently going on. So we're
Right.
working on setting up the next level Schneiders Laden that should have been ready and online already in October, but we're late.
Yeah. Software is
So
always late. So you do,
yeah,
but you do, like you do work. You're going to be doing workshops and events and things like that here as well. Is that the plan?
yes, that's the plan. And the new Laden that we will introduce the day after tomorrow, that will be equipped with a big Neumann speaker system. Neumann is our new partner, so they are making this their official showroom in Berlin.
Oh
So
wow. Okay.
we're having the big speakers. We have four speakers in the room, so you can also make surround things in a limited way, and we're having the big subwoofers, and they are okay to. They will join. We'll see. It's a new start of a partnership. And in that room, there will be workshops every Thursday for starters, and there will be additional workshops for pros and little in-house, in-store concerts, in-store gigs, I think you call it. And
Brilliant.
this is the same idea that we will start in London with that Schneiders Keller, where we will offer mini in-store gigs, but also education and meetings with makers and things like that.
Yeah, because you're launching a store in
Denmark Street.
London, in Denmark Street, which is the home of the kind of Tin Pan Alley. It's great because that's sort of coming back to life again, and so you're being
Yeah,
part of that is really nice to be able to see that there's more. Because as a kid, I used to go to Denmark Street and go to the music stores, and they've all sort of gone, but now they're starting to come back, which is
yeah,
fantastic. So,
yeah.
thank you, Andreas, for kind of moving things in the right direction because it's so easy to just be fixated with online, isn't it? And whereas in person, I guess it work in cities like London and Berlin. These things can work because you have so many people who will come specifically just to go to a store or to go to stores like yours, right?
Yes, and also there's plenty of musicians. There's a cultural background and a cultural history in Berlin and in London in different ways that is really long over generations, and we have to feed it with competence and knowledge
Absolutely, that sounds
because
fantastic.
you cannot read about how it works. You need to listen to somebody, and you should also, if if it's a cultural region and this area, there's plenty of places where bands play concerts, and there's plenty of musicians who live here, and they need a place to go and ask, where do I get a cable, where do I get a drumsticks, where do I can send my kids for education and things like that.
Mm.
Music must be present, and it's about the whole cultural
Yeah, I know
identification.
that's great, and I think that's a really important thing. Are you going to be doing repairs and stuff here as well, or is it just
That's the
purely
other place that we still have, where we have four people in the workshop sitting making repairs.
right?
We had, as we are in the removal from the same landlord, we had an older pharmacy, and the pharmacy should stay the pharmacy because it's under monument protection. So
Right.
we said it's the synthesizer pharmacy now. And the synthesizer apotheke, what's the German word for it? The
Excellent.
synthesizer apotheke is currently my office. And in my office, there's the rest of our exhibition stuff. There's the Moog 1, and there's the big analog systems cabinet, and there's the big Döpfer cabinet, and there's the Buchla, the 200E system standing in that pharmacy. And people pop in there and they ask, "Oh, this is not a pharmacy. Oh, yeah, okay." Or they look through the window and then they see the synthesizers and they pop in, and then from there I redirect them to the shop here, or I can ask them if they have a problem with a defective synthesizer. They talk to me as the synthesizer pharmacist, and then in the backyard of that room, I have the repair station, and I can get the doctor in to help. And that's
That's
Richard,
fantastic.
Tom. There's 4 people making repairs, and we don't repair tea machines or rice kocher, but people come with everything now. If they see that there's somebody making repairs, and sometimes they say, "Hey, yeah, come on, if you're sympathetic, give me your old amp, and I will exchange the fuse, and then it works again." I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, that's
It's the help
fantastic.
desk.
So the idea is both these stores is to create a centre of community and a focus for it, which I think is really important. So when does the store open in London to the public?
The London store will open on February 15th for the first time. That's a Saturday. And we will have an opening something on that Friday or that Saturday. Depends on our final plans.
Yeah.
The Berlin store is opening in January, mid-January. So we are now making a preview in both things on Thursday this week, Thursday in London, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, having a few special guests coming in for a look, and then we know what's still wrong, making the remaining works, and then from January on, we're here for you.
And am I right in thinking you're going to be doing recording content and putting things on YouTube and live streaming and stuff from both
in
stores?
both locations?
Right. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I really look forward to the next time I come to Berlin. I will try and come along because I would love to. But before that, I will see you certainly in Superbooth in May. We're very much looking forward to that. It's our favourite show of the year.
Latest, but perhaps you find a reason to come earlier. Whoever would like to see it, you're more than welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Andreas, thank you so much for showing us around. I'm sure you have 101 people asking you questions of what they should do now as you finish the store. Very much appreciated. I'll see you soon.
See you soon. Yeah, I hope so. Here for you, and we're looking forward to go ahead. Okay. Thanks for doing it.